Hey guys, I'm here in my front yard with Leanne, the owner, Leanne Casante, and I was out there with Buffy looking at all the ponds and rocks, and I was wondering, I was like, what do they do? What else do they do? And then we went inside and saw tons of fish. Could you explain that a little more?
Yeah, most people are surprised when they come in. We specialize in koi fish, from 2 inches up to 30 inches. We've just recently gotten into goldfish, all different varieties. We're probably one of the largest koi dealers around. We install ponds. We'll come out and help you with your own pond if you want, and go to make, because they're not really hard to put in, and the fish are very easy to take care of.
If I was looking to buy just a regular goldfish or koi, how much would that usually cost me?
Here they normally start about $10 to $15 a piece. Our koi go up to a couple hundred. It depends on the pricing. We carry more of your backyard koi type, not the imports. We do carry imports from time to time.
Okay.
But we have friends that sell koi for $30,000 and $40,000 a piece.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the Japanese imports are judged by their color, their size, their markings. In Japan, a couple years ago, they sold one for $1.8 million. It was born in Japan and I think bought by a Chinese broker.
Wow.
Yes, wow.
So we were talking a little bit about events here, and then you mentioned something about a Memorial Day weekend. Could you tell me a little bit
Yes,
about that?
this is the Louisville Koi Club.
Okay.
It's coming up on their 25th anniversary show. It's one of the largest in the United States. We have people that come from all over. It's an absolute must-see.
Okay.
You'll see fish there. There are from 5 inches up to 30-something inches. You'll see fish that it takes 2 men to pick up one fish. It's an unbelievable event,
Wow.
and it's all free.
It's free?
Yes, sir. It's all Memorial Weekend. And like I said, this is the 25th year anniversary, so I think it's going to be a little bit special.
Okay.
It's the first year that we're actually setting up to sell fish ourselves. We've never done it before.
Okay, so you're going to participate?
Yeah, we're going to. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
But
Fantastic. Sounds awesome.
normally we just set up to let people know we're there, but this year we're going to take the fish. We've had a lot of people that go to the koi show have asked us for cheaper fish to be sold over there. And so we went to the koi club presidents and the people, and they said if that's what they want, that's what we'll do. So we're taking in fish this year.
So my son is adopted from China. He has always been obsessed with koi fish and goldfish because they're everywhere in China and Japan. So if I were to get him a fish of his own, what are we talking about as far as like care of a koi or a goldfish? Are they hard to take care of?
The answer is no. They have gotten so much easier to take care of now. There's bacteria that you put into the pond and or the aquariums that keep the fish clean. For instance, I had a 100-gallon aquarium at my house, and the first thing people say when they come in is, how do you keep it so clean? I don't touch it. I have bacteria in it. It keeps the algae down. So on the inside of the house, they're extremely easy.
Okay.
That aquarium there has been up for a couple of years, and you see how clear they are.
Yeah.
And it's all based on bacteria now. Now in your pond, it's the same way. But in the pond, the fish stay out all year long. And from November, when the weather turns to about 55, they go down to the bottom and they hibernate until March. So you don't feed them or anything from November till March.
Okay, so they can actually survive the cold temperatures
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the
The
Midwest.
thing you have to do is keep a hole in the ice so that the gases can come out. But besides that, they're pretty much maintenance free. Now during the summer, you need to start your bacteria and get that stuff coming up. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overfeeding. If you overfeed and they don't eat that food, then it messes up the water quality.
Gotcha.
If you keep your water quality good, which is very simple by just doing a partial water change from time to time, do not overfeed. They're very easy, very easy.
All right, well, we might have a new pet at my house pretty soon. Okay, so goldfish are kind of known for going belly up, you flush them down the toilet or whatever. How do you prevent that from happening, or how many returns do you get for fish that have died that you sell people?
Very, very few. Last year we might have gotten 3 fish back, but let me tell you, fish breathe water, we breathe air. We want fresh air, and they want fresh water. If you'll keep your water fresh, do a partial water change, maybe 10% once a week. Don't overfeed them. You want to feed them what they'll eat in a matter of a few minutes, and you'll see they'll swim off. You can feed them a couple times a day if you want, but don't grab a handful and throw in. So keep your water quality good, feed them something good, and they're just maintenance free after that. It's just that simple.
Sounds simple to me.
Fish for a while now. Let's switch over to one of your other business things. What would it take for me to get a pond in a house?
In your backyard. All you have to do is have a yard, first of all.
That's it?
Yep.
Step one.
Have enough space for one, and you can build a pond any size you want. We've had people come in before and say, I don't have a pond, but I have this. But if it holds water and I got fish in it, it's a pond. Okay? So you lay out I'll tell you my secret is I get an old garden hose or something, and I lay it out the way I think I want the pond to look. And then I keep in mind that the liner that you use for a pond comes in increments of 5 foot wide.
Okay.
So you try to keep that in mind, but you dig the hole, you put the liner in, you have your pump, your filter, your skimmer, your rock. It's very easy. We will walk people through it, or we could, yes, there's a few secrets that we like to tell people, like when you put a pond in, you want to keep your filter at one end and your pump at the other end. You want to have total circulation of the water. And it's the same as I told you about the fish. You want to do partial water changes. Not just let the rain fill it back up, because that's just diluting. You want to take some out and put some fresh in.
Okay. And do you guys do installations? Or?
We do installations. We do a lot of ponds. We've done several water features. Glenwood Cove, I believe, over on Highway 111 is our largest one. It's about 12 foot tall, full-size horse on top.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, we've done several. You can do waterfalls in any size also. You can put small waterfalls in that disappear into the ground. The water disappears and just recirculates. That's one of the more popular ones.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they are.
So now you've got me super interested in a pond. What would that look like for me in my wallet?
Well, you have to figure out about what size you want, how many gallons you want, which is going to depend on how many fish you can have, okay? You're roughly looking at somewhere between $2.75 and $3 a gallon.
Okay.
And you can put any size you want. I mean, we've put ponds in from 100 gallons, which is very small, up to 10,000 gallons. So
wow.
It just depends.
So it's just custom built.
Yep.
Okay. Now, how many ponds do you say you guys build a year versus how many people build themselves?
We probably put anywhere from 10 to 20 in a year,
wow.
But we do help a lot of people.
Okay.
We go to their house and explain to them what to do, but there's a lot of people that want to stand back and say, look what I did.
Right.
As opposed to look what I paid $5,000 for. There's a lot of people, you know,
Yep.
mostly you guys,
that
want to, yes, they want to take pride in what they did. And like I told you, it's fairly easy. There's a little tweaks that you need to ask people, but besides that, you know, what size filter, what size pump, all that kind of stuff. And then it's a piece of cake.
Adult Legos.
Yeah, it's much easier than I would have ever thought it is.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
And the benefits of just being over there. You know how hard it is to find somewhere to just sit down and relax?
Absolutely.
You sit out on the deck and watch those fish and all your troubles go away. I mean, I grab a glass of wine or a cup of coffee and sit out there and I'm in my own world.
That's awesome.
They're beautiful, yeah.
So you were talking about some people that kept coming back. Repeat customers.
Oh,
they
yeah.
love you guys. Let's hear
We
some
are
stories
blessed
about
with
that.
our customers, to say the least. We had some just the other day from Medora, Indiana, just came in. They said we hadn't seen you all winter. They couldn't wait to see us. I mean, hugging, and we have customers that meet us for dinners. One of my favorites is two little girls that have been coming in for several years. Cutest things you ever saw. As soon as they come in, they come running up and hugging me. I've been out in public before and I'll hear, "Oh, Mom, there's the fish lady," you know. It's so exciting. But yeah, we have regular customers that will stop in at the beginning of the year just to say hi.
Okay.
They're not ready for anything yet, but
They're here.
every day here is kind of like a family reunion.
That's awesome.
And I'm kind of blessed that I can't wait to get to work in the morning.
Yes.
So, yes,
That's awesome.
yes, it is, trust me.
Leanne, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. I've learned so much in a short period of time. I'm curious though, what's the backstory? How did you get started here?
Well, let's start with the name.
Okay.
This was my son's dream. I changed the zoning about the building package, and my son was killed. He was going to name it something else, but he had told me if I built the business in my front yard, he would always be here with me. So my family thought I'd lost my mind. Losing your only child and then building a business and quitting the only job you ever knew. Started it, named it in my front yard, and by the grace of God, it's been a very good success.
You've been here how long?
We've been here now 18 years.
18 years. And you've lived here for
42 years. Yes, yes.
And you built the business in your front yard.
I sure did.
What a perfect name.
It was just supposed to be, I think, you know.
Yeah.
And I do feel him here with me, and we've met so many nice people. It's like a big family.
So hear me loud and clear. When you're driving down 311 or Charleston Road or wherever you want to call it, across from the Dollar General that's been there for like 5 or 6 years now, you've got to stop in and see Leanne here in my front yard. Because you're going to be surprised at what you find. I was very surprised.
Most people that come in for the first time are shocked.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things they say is, "Oh my God." Wow. But as I told them, we had an elderly lady come in here one day that I swear I didn't think she could even whisper. She got to the door here, held her hands on both sides of the door, and she said, "Oh, Mother of God." My favorite, and I told her, I hugged her, I said, "That'll always be my favorite thing that I've ever heard in here."
I love it.
So I think it makes people happy to be here. They like to bring their kids to feed the
Yeah.
fish. And just,
My
one of my
granddaughter
customers
was
said, "This isn't just a business, it's a destination." And I
Yeah.
said, "Thank you."
I love it.
Yeah.